Good morning. It is morning. Good morning. It is 3:45 a.m. That was like probably actually 2 minutes ago. But I was reading and I just have some things to say. Okay? Now, yes, we are talking about this big baddie. Yeah, I have started annotating 200 pages in. I bought sticky notes, the other day. Big thing for me. My dog wants me to go to sleep with her so bad. And I feel bad, but I just read a thing and I have to talk about it. I have got to talk about this. Because it's tearing me apart. So, we're going through the book, we're going through the house. It's getting really emotional. It's talking about Will and Tom's relationship, and they have it's so weird. It's like they both want so much and they just don't know how to ask for it because they had very absent parents, and Tom is so in love with Will. He really is. He's so in love with Will and the life Will has made for himself. He it literally said at one point in the book, Tom views Will and Karen as a second chance at his parents because they fucking sucked, and he doesn't want Will and Karen to go through the same thing, and hey, can you blame the guy? He knows how it made him and Will who they are now, Will hides behind the camera, just big photographer energy, just even abandoning his kids and wife to go into this fuck ass of a HoL just to take some pictures and find out what it's all about, and it's just your wife don't fuck with that. She don't fuck with that. Tom's just trying to be the peacemaker in it all. He just wants good. Tom is just a good boy. I'm sorry, but there's that's who he is. Tom is just a good boy. He's just a good boy. But that is not what I came here to potentially cry about. Because I did get done crying about it, which is why I'm here. I wanted to get less emotional. But I have got to say something. So, Johnny gets to telling a story. So basically, we're in the book, we're in the videos of Tom and Will in the hall, right? And Tom's going crazy. It's day 2 and he's going crazy about this monster, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. He has some really funny, silly little stories, and they're so cheesy and they're so grandfather father pilled, but it's just nice. It's just nice, to hear it. And then it gets interrupted. The story that Tom left off on, he was making, little, I don't know, shadow puppet? Oh yeah, shadow puppets. He was making little shadow puppets and telling a story about how monsters everything all the time. Whatever, Which brings Johnny to tell us a story. And he talks about Clara English and I literally, I read the story and I just kind of like sat there and I was like, oh, because there is, like, literally, I had to write something down, but like I was speechless. I was like, what can I add that hasn't already been said? And I literally just wrote her name down. It's just like Clara English. This is her story. And I have been a Clara English to so many men. At so many different times. It makes me feel kind of bad. Because it's like, damn, you thought you was gonna get laid, but I'm gonna cry about the R word that happened to me. And it's just, I just want to read to you how he describes her real quick. That's okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I guess I still think about her. Fixed smile, those removed gestures, that terrified gaze whenever it wasn't lost to something dull, angry, and broken. An image that invariably returns to me the same question. Can Clara English ever recover, or is she permanently wounded, damned to stagger under years devoid of meaning and love until finally the day comes when she stumbles and is swept away? And that made me really sad. I don't want to get into it for personal reasons. But so anyway, we're gonna talk about the Pekinese. I don't even want to have to go back and look at it. I really don't. It's traumatizing. So basically, he goes to the bar with his friend, Lude. Yay, we finally got his name again so I can remember it. He and Lude go to this place. It's like a while ago. This is like a story from forever ago, you know. He's relating it to Clara English and the monster and the fear and Tom and everything else, right? He's relating to that. But the Pekinese. So he goes to the bar. He ends up going home. Well, he doesn't really go home with this woman, but he leaves with this woman. And she seems off. She's gorgeous, but she seems off. Like, there's just something wrong about her. And, you know, they're on their way out back to his place, and they stumble across this little Pekinese. And it's like crying, it's all snotty, it's like shivering, it is the most heartbreaking scene. The Pekinese story is the most heartbreaking scene, and I wish I had known that before I read this. Spoilers, by the way. But they find this Pekinese, and Johnny immediately is just like, this has to be my dog. This is my dog. This is meant to be. Me and this dog were meant to be. This dog means so much to me, and I've held it for 0.5 seconds. And he's like really into this dog, and the girl's like, no, let me have it. I want it. It's mine. I deserve it. I'm the girl. I deserve it. So he lets her have it. You know, they drive back. She drops him off. She tries to get him to let her come and fuck. And he's like, I just don't feel it. You're kind of weird. You're giving me weird vibes. Like, you've been giving me weird vibes the whole night. And when she wanted the dog, she had, like, this weird, like, smile on her face and, like, just this weird look and this weird tone in her voice, per his note. And you know what's gonna happen when he says that. When he says she's begging for the dog and there's something wrong with her voice. You know what's gonna happen. But the way she leaves his house with the dog in her car, and a block later the dog is out of her car. And then he goes and he crouches by the dog on the ground. And he can't even cry. He can't even find it in himself to cry. He doesn't have it. He's just so broken about this. And I'm about to be broken again about this. Because first of all, how do you do that, dude? How do you do that? I'm sitting next to my dog sleeping right now. I can't even look at her because I'm too scared I'm gonna see the fucking pekinese. It's a book. There's not a fucking picture of it. But the way Johnny describes everything, sure, the sex is way too much. Ew, stop, slow down. The way he describes the pekinese, I just think that it's important you know what you're getting into. It's not easy. And like, I know I cry about animal deaths in movies, but there is something about the way it is written, the way it is laid out, the way it is connected into the whole story and to Johnny himself, and the freakism of this woman. It's just unbelievable, and it's so scary, and it's so sad, and I never want to read again. I never want to read again. I will, but